Daniel, one thing that strikes me is we're talking about brain health far more than we did decades ago, which is why I opened up with the question from 1995. Yet, anxiety, depression, ADHD, and burnout, and as you said, suicide rates all continue to rise. What do you think we're still getting wrong?
Very few people love and care for their brain. I had this great lunch recently with Lisa Trout. And Lisa and her husband, Kenny, own Justify. So Justify is the last Triple Crown winning racehorse. And we have a high school course called Brain Thrive by 25. We teach kids to love and care for their brain. And often in the class, I'll go, if you had $1 million racehorse, would you ever feed it junk food? And all the kids go, no. And I go, well, why? And it's like, well, he wouldn't win. And so now I'm sitting next to the woman who owns the last Triple Crown winner. And I'm like, Lisa, would you ever feed Justified junk food? And she laughs. She goes, no. I said, would you ever get them drunk? And she laughed and she goes, no. I said, well, would you ever get them stoned? And she rolled her eyes at me. And I'm like, why? He would never live up to his potential. I love that answer so much. But Clearwater, Florida, or Newport Beach, where I live, drive down the street, fast food restaurants everywhere. There's this crazy study that was done on aspartame. So aspartame came out about 1980. It's now in 5,000 products. Like you can't really buy gum without aspartame or sugar-free gum. And so they did a study. They gave mice aspartame in a normal dose, and it made them really anxious. But the thing about this study that just was so surprising, their babies were anxious who never had aspartame. It created epigenetic changes. Their grandbabies were anxious. So I think there's probably dozens of these sleeper exposures that are going on in our society that help explain the skyrocketing autism rates, the increase in ADHD beyond the dopamine destroyers we talked about early, that there's environmental gene interactions that are going on and we don't understand. Plus, there's nowhere in school where we teach kids to manage their minds. I was 28 years old in my psychiatric residency. One of our professors said, you have to teach your patients not to believe every stupid thing they think. And I'm like, but I believe every stupid thing I thought. I have 25 years of education and no one had ever taught me to manage my mind. We need to make that part of school.